Zone 3 for me, okay, but I'm not too disappointed. Now, you're probably thinking, Mark, that doesn't make sense. How can you be in Zone 3 and not be disappointed? Because I'm sort of happy with how I judged it. Let me explain, because otherwise it just sounds like I'm talking nonsense. If I look at his eye line to where I went, the winning cross was a little bit lower, so the eye line was a little bit lower than where I'd gone. And then this other guy over on the right, his eye line was a little bit higher than where I'd gone. And he could have been anywhere around this area. In fact, I think he could have been anywhere in that zone 3 area, because most of us were in that area, I think. And he could have been anywhere there. So, as far as going by the eye lines are concerned, I'm okay with that. I mean, yeah, I'm in zone 3. It's not a brilliant result. But you may not understand what I'm trying to say. Perhaps I'm not putting it across very well. But the fact that I was only sort of... These two players are so far apart. I mean, they're opposite ends of the picture. So we've got this huge space in between them. And the fact that I had the eye lines from the both of them only sort of slightly out, to me, is, yeah, that's okay. You did all right there, Mark. Even though, Anyway, the winner was spot on this week with the coordinates. Sometimes they don't always hit the right coordinate. They're one or two pickles out. But they were spot on this week. It was 1824777. What a cracking number. But I haven't looked. I'm surprised Darren Godson haven't won. He's due a win, isn't he? He's won about 100 times. And he must be back playing now. So I'm expecting any week to see another video of good old Darren with yet another win. Anyway, I haven't looked at the judging yet. So let's have a look at the judging and see what they did there. Well, that's interesting. I'm looking at this for the first time. I can see they've drawn some lines there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 crosses there in a nice little cluster. There's one down there, which is only slightly away from that cluster, and more towards the middle. One's obviously a bit higher. And then there's one over here on the left. To be honest, I don't think, it's a personal thing, obviously, I don't think any of them crosses are too far out. I think when I said about earlier on, they could have been anywhere in that zone 3. I think all them crosses probably are in the zone 3 area. So I don't think any of them are beyond sort of possibility of where the winning cross could be. Maybe this one further on the right over here, probably because of where this fella is looking. Don't think he's looking as far right as that one. So. But from the guy on the right hand side, I mean, he's looking at a long distance across over there, isn't he? So it could have been sort of, the width there could have been any of them. So, right, let me skip to the end and see, did they take any out? Because I don't think they will. But what do I know? No, just skip to the end. I don't know what the commentary was. I haven't watched any of it or listened to any of it, but that's the final result. They didn't take any crosses out. And quite rightly, I think they're too close together to warrant taking any of them out. Don't think any of them are far enough away. And if you took that one on the left out, you'd probably have to take that one on the right out as well. So it wouldn't have made an awful lot of difference to that. But there we are. Let's have a look at this week's picture. Now, I have to admit, I dropped a bit of a clanger because yesterday I looked at the new picture and I was much higher than this. And then I put one in much lower, roughly where that one is now. I'm going to say roughly where that one is now because I don't know where I put it. Because the coordinate I used yesterday, the card I selected to do the coordinate was one of these daily deal ones. So this morning, when I looked at the site, of course, the daily deal had finished and they'd removed the tickets from my my checkout box. So the cross had gone and I hadn't written down where it was. So that sort of buggered it up. So I had to have another look and do it again. I'm trying to show as much of the picture I can here. I usually zoom in because the rest of it's not really relevant. But what I wanted to emphasize was there's a huge space above these two players. They're right at the bottom of the picture. And that was deceiving for me because I thought that Uri Geller on the right here, no, probably a lot of you were too young to remember Uri Geller. Just Google him. His face looks the same. I thought he was looking much higher. But then when I look at the picture overall and look at the two players, and I think, well, the two of them are battling. They're both sort of tensed up. I mean, this guy on the right, Yuri, he's all sort of tensed up. This guy's got his arms in the air like he's waiting for the ball any second. So he couldn't be as high as I thought he would be initially. So to me, it had to be closer down to the two of them. So, and this fella on the right, he's not looking so much high as in front of the player in blue, sort of towards where the camera is. Because the more I look at his eyes, the more I think, yeah, he's not looking so much steep as forward over towards us. Which is why I went when I went. I'll draw some lines there, which actually might not help because it still looks as though he's looking higher than that. Now initially I drew different lines, and where I put the crosshair was in the middle of them because I'd drawn his left eye, which is on our right, over this side, and I put his other eye over that side, and I thought, well, okay, I'll go in the middle of the two then, because both his eyes seem to be looking in different directions. So that's where I've ended up for this one. 1766, 1931. Very little confidence in this at all. I think this is another one where the judges could go in a big area. It could be hundreds of pixels higher and over to the right, over to the left. Like I said, no confidence in this one at all. That's just my first one of the week. And we'll have to see, I think, what happens on the weekend. But yeah, what threw me was this huge space until I thought about these two players, and I thought, no, they're battling for it, so it can't be a pure. If there is, if he's got his arms in the air already, then it can't be all the way up there. It's got to be relatively. It's about to smack him in the face. So that's what I've gone, and that's my reasoning behind it. How terrible that might be, oh, that's up to you. So that's that. Revcomps. No, I was doing well. I had cut right down. I hadn't had any tickets on anything. Yeah, well, I've ruined all that. All that's gone out the window now. But instead of buying 3 tickets a go, I've only sort of buying one just to be on everything, really. So I got one on this Porsche. I haven't got very high hopes on that because it's 40,000 tickets. One on this little Peugeot, which is €5 ticket, only 6,000 tickets. So I thought, yeah, go on. Didn't bother with this BMW because it was 60 quid a ticket. I had one on this Ranger because it was 5,000 tickets, and one on this. This is surprising. This Audi A5 Quattro. I mean, it's not an S3 or an RS Q5, sorry, or anything like that. It's not. In theory, it's not the sporty one. But when I looked it up, it was something like 300 and odd brake horsepower and 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. I thought, oh well, that's thrown me. I didn't think it would be that quick. So I'm on 4 of them for Thursday's draw. Last night they added some more. So I didn't think that was too bad, 20,000 tickets on the Bentley. So I did have one on there, it's only 6 quid a ticket. I had to have one on this Golf because it was cheap tickets, like 3 quid a ticket. What I have gone for is this pop-top camper van, which looks quite nice. It's a long wheelbase one, so there's more room inside. I got 3 tickets on that. I was feeling flush. Maybe because I had 3 tickets on the lottery on the weekend. 3 numbers, sorry, on the lotto on the weekend. I won 30 quid. So I don't have to spend anything for the next couple of weeks because I got credit on the lottery. Auto draws then. Not many showing on there at the moment. But that's ending today. Now I do like the Evoque, as you know. But I only had one because I wasn't sort of, oh, I've got to have it. It was a case of, yeah, I'll have one because if I win it, it'll be nice. But it's a manual gearbox and only 2-wheel drive. So it's not the one I would have gone for if I was buying one, but it'd be a nice win. One was tomorrow, that a Bath. I chucked one on there as well because they were so cheap. And then I had credit left to use because I had £9 odd credit. I thought, right, let's use it up. So I got one on this, another Porsche, 38 grand cash alternative. I bought one on, I think it's a Volkswagen Tiguan, which is on the checkout page. And I had some left over, so I went for one of the ones that's ending tonight, which is prizes ending today, and it's that Rolex Batman, or £11,000. It was only 6,000 tickets, and I thought, yeah, I've got enough. I've got to add about 80p to it, but got enough credit left. Ends today. Go on, Mark, do it. I don't want a Rolex. I'd be taking the cash and then spending it all on tickets. So yeah, that was it. I just went for one on that Rolex. So two results I'm waiting for today, besides the lottery Thunderball thingy, is this Rolex or 11 grand or this Range Rover. Anyway, that's it. Let me know how you got on, guys, because some of you might have done quite well, because it was in the right sort of area for us, I think. And of course, leave a coordinate for Saturday so we can do another video on Saturday and see what people are thinking and where our average might be. So enjoy the rest of this beautiful weather all week, everyone, and good luck.